There we go, Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney with The Girl Is Mine here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire, just gone 3:45. Now, a TV and film composer who lives here in Gloucestershire has put together a new single to raise money to help refugees and is also hoping to put on some fundraising concerts. Craig Pruess is an American musician and record producer and has worked on the musical arrangements for bands like Def Leppard and the Manic Street Preachers, among others. There are many. He's also worked on the music for feature films like Bend It Like Beckham and has worked on the music for more than 300 TV commercials. He's part of a band called the Ganda Boys, which are managed by Ragged Moon Studios in Stroud. And the other Ganda Boys, Danny and Dennis, are also here this afternoon. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Danny, you're taking quite a few photos. You've got a very impressive camera here in the studio. Excellent stuff. So, Craig, big, important times for you. You've just come back into the country, haven't you? You've just flown back after
Absolutely.
working on this new song.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really happy to be here with the Ganda Boys, and they represent the best music coming out of Africa and Uganda. I'll let my colleague Dennis tell you the vision of what we've been doing.
Wow, it's been such an amazing journey working with Craig. I mean, you can imagine we only, the Ganda Boys, Ugandans, but working with Craig, a gentleman with such a profile, is just out of this world. It's been such an amazing journey with this song that we've done, Forgotten People. It's been places. It's been London. It's been Munich in Germany. It's been in LA, Los Angeles, during the Grammy week. Right now it's in New York, where artists are recording on it. And we are the voices for this song. We share a common background with living in minority communities in the United Kingdom and also experienced life as refugees. So it's such an amazing opportunity to give a voice to the voiceless, if I may put it like that.
And you mentioned you've been all around the world, so who's recording it in all of these places?
Well, in Munich, we recorded with the refugees, Syrian Refugee Orchestra, African refugees fresh off the boat, that perilous crossing. And they came in looking quite traumatized. And at the end of the session, they were joyful, smiling. And I said to each of them, wherever you go in Europe, you find musicians to play with.
And they're musicians, they were musicians back in Syria.
Very, very good. Very well trained, classically trained. The African drummers were great. They had the feel. And, Europe needs to, of course, accept them and see the gifts they bring.
And where did the idea first come about? Was it your idea, Craig?
It's collectively. Ganda Boys, we're a tripod. Each of us inspires each other. And I'm so grateful to be part of this unit. You see it right here.
And Danny, you're the photographer of the group. I think you've taken, I don't know how many photos since you walked into the studio, waving the camera in the air. But how much fun has it been putting this together?
It has been a lot of fun, except that as refugees, it is very hard to be accepted in communities. And this has been the chance where we stand for all refugees across the world, which has been... thanks to Craig for taking us under his wing and show that we are about something, given the chance. And that is why we are starting under Forgotten People, the campaign, an education scheme. That's right?
Yeah, we own it with UCLA, and we met the dean while we were in Los Angeles last week, and he put us in front of a team of about 20 staff that are going to be dedicated to delivering education programs to the refugee camps, and that was very inspiring.
And this is what the project is all about. Now, It's not quite finished, is it, Craig, the CD?
Well, it's happening now in New York.
It's being recorded right now, but
and
you have brought a CD in for us to play, haven't you? So is this the nearly finished version?
This is what we did in Munich, and we have yet to add 21 Grammy artists from Los Angeles. And today, more Grammy artists that are joining in New York. It's amazing how they want to contribute. They see the soul of this project, and they want to express themselves. There's a lot of xenophobia and nonsense going on in U.S. politics. We won't mention that at all. But this is the answer. This is how artists feel they can join the other point of view.
And you're happy for us to play a little bit, even though it's not the final polished version yet, but we can play a little bit of it.
That's right. You'll hear the Syrian Refugee Orchestra and you'll hear the African drummers.
Can't hear the forgotten, roll the days that are gone. Can't feel the longing or pain go home. No mommy, no daddy, lying still by the side of the road.
There we go, that's part of it. And Craig, you're listening intently. You must know this so well.
Just then, where we ended, that's where the choir comes in, of the mixed ethnic children's choir of refugees.
When will people be able to hear the final version? What are you hoping this will do? This will go global and become a huge hit in all four corners of the world?
Of course, to spread the message, and if it resonates with people, it has to be music-driven. Of course, that's where we start. And I remember when we wrote this, and Dennis was singing his part, Danny was singing his part, I felt we were giving a voice to thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that had no voice. And that's powerful in itself. And then the support of the other people, the Grammy artists, it just reinforces that people hear what we're hearing.
I mentioned some fundraising concerts. Have you got those plans in place?
Yes, absolutely. We do fundraising concerts all the time as part of our professional work. We have a foundation which is a UK registered charity, and we use the message in making films. So you can see that Danny's a very good filmmaker, and I'm a film composer by profession, so I dub all the music to the films. And Dennis is our strategist, deep philosopher, thinker, and the three of us, we work like that. We have fun somehow, even though we work our little rear ends off.
Well, yes, work very hard, that's right, and travel the globe as well, getting all this together. And Dennis, we heard your voice on there. What was it like listening back to you? All your work.
It's always amazing. Craig just makes you sound super duper.
That is true.
He inspires us. But it's just such an honor to be on the... And wait, we were in studio in LA, and guess who walks in to sing on the chorus?
Who?
Mickey Stevens, the gentleman who signed Stevie Wonder,
Marvin Gaye,
and
Smokey
all, the
Robinson.
A&R.
Name dropping here in the studio. Dear me, what's going on?
But here's the thing. He's a legend. Don't forget what Motown did was to help people to accept black music. And it was right during the civil rights movement. We need to do the same in Europe with Syrian, with African music, so they appreciate the gifts they're bringing. Mickey Stevenson is a legend. He walked in, original A&R guy of Motown Records. He wrote Dancing in the Street by Martin Vandellis.
Unbelievable.
Actually, Nikki, people out there listening to us, everything that Craig is saying, like you've already exposed me that I'm having the camera and taking everything. You should go to our Facebook page, which is Ganda Boys, or our website, which is www.gandaboys.com or www.gandafoundation.com to get to know more about us. And of course, we'd like to thank Kobe Arad for arranging the studio session.
Thanks so much for coming in the studio, guys. I look forward to seeing the results of the video that you've been videoing in the studio this afternoon. Craig, Danny and Dennis, best of luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's the BBC News for Gloucestershire.